as we come into the second heat of the day here around the 16 for the men. It's Leonardo Fioravanti coming up against Crosby Colapinto.
Some of the best surfers in the world for sure, and this is my dream. That's why I'm more happy to be in the water to go against them, because this is what I want to.
You see the consistency of those like bigger west direction sets, Charlotte. I'm like curious to know as we'll see live action here.
Cross. And nothing going there for Crosby Colapinto.
Like with the storms that you presented on the graph earlier.
Equals
Great
this.
Unbelievable too.
Mid-sized tube here for Crosby Colapinto as we come back to live action. And Cros will get pretty much, you know, the start of actual meaningful scores right now. Small barrel, but a quick barrel. But gets him on the board in his challenge up against Leonardo Fioravanti. We'll see how that plays into the map.
Looks like Crosby's taking a look at this one. Found himself a little wedge. Beautiful positioning on the board. Oh, and he goes over the handlebars right at the end there. There is a right spot. You just have to consistently understand the lineup. And we'll see if they can do some adjustment.
It is just one of those things where you have to make it work, and this comes a great looking wave here for Leo.
Paddling out to it, meeting it, getting right under the hook. Very difficult. I was just going to say, anytime you're paddling out to a wave here, especially when it starts drawing off the reef, you're putting yourself in a tough position. Here we go, Leonardo Fioravanti gets a pump in before grabbing the rail, dragging the body, gets behind the curtain, the spit comes. Leo comes out after the spit, just needs a 3.97 to take the lead. I think he just took the lead off of Crosby.
You know, this is just the heat they're in and the decisions they've made and put them in this position, but someone's still got to win it, and this is a great wave here for Leonardo. He'll be stoked in the context of this heat about that wave. And just had that like beautiful head movement there where like you see like the best guys in the world, they just have this really nice ability to, and he did that amazingly.
Here's the smart surfer we're talking about. Get the back up.
Yeah, this is the Leo I was expecting.
So anything over a 1 is going to really help him there. So that is a great backup. Smart surfing. Previous wave was a 5.33, and Leo will now also ditch that fractional score he has in his scoreline, and he's going to make the need for Crosby Colapinto that much higher. This is Crosby in the final 15 seconds. He's got to go on this wave. He needs a 6-point ride. Let's see what he's got. Colapinto gets a pump, gets the cone, spit comes out. Wow. Well, things that make you go, Tommy Witz likes it. Talk about doing it in the final seconds. That was 10 seconds on the clock when he got to his feet.
Every single angle possible, which we will have. This is the angle from the channel. He did so well to read that wave. You knew that he needed the score that was kind of big, and the wave wasn't huge, and he just sort of made the right decision not to pump too much there, because otherwise he would have been obviously a bit too far out in front of it. He did a great job to slow down. Awesome drone angle there, just over the foam ball. If I'm being super critical, I would have liked to see him probably put on the handbrake a little bit more just here. And that's the only reason why I'm skeptical on the score. I think it's going to be right around the number. Wow. I feel like I've seen Leo in this position so much in his career, and I feel for him there. But to be honest, none of those boys really grabbed that heat by the horns. And it's, sometimes you just have those heats, and Crosby will be stoked.
Has a song called Stuck in the Middle with You, and it seemed like that was the theme song for that heat.
Oh my gosh, I was so stuck in the middle. I think we kind of both were, because going into that heat, at the end of the Cali and Jordy heat, there was a bomb on the second ledge, and it was kind of like interesting to like where to sit, because there's so many waves that come in and kind of hit the middle and are a little bit almondy. But I ended up getting that last wave. We kind of both like had a lot of opportunities, but we're just kind of getting stuck in that like in between state with the almond barrels, kind of hard takeoffs. So, and then the end, I gave him his 5, and then that 6 came to me at the end, so I was super stoked.
Now, I always love to watch the breakdown between coaches and friends out there. You were making some movements, looked like you were grabbing your rail, making some sound effects. What did you take away from that heat, and what did your coach tell you in the channel?
Tommy was like talking to me, but I couldn't really hear him. Like the Aussie accent, I was like overheating in my wetsuit and just trying to like stay in my zone. I couldn't really hear. I just kept going, what? And so I was just trying to stay in my little headspace, and then just at the end, just going like, I was getting work that whole heat, so I was just like, all right, like Chopu's been like testing me this heat, and I'm ready for the wave if it comes. And then it ended up coming at the end, so I was just like, wow, it's like pretty special, you know.
Well, you gave your friends, fans, and family something to really worry about for about 34 and a half minutes, but congratulations on the buzzer beater to start your finals day.
Thank you. Mom, Dad, sorry, probably stress you guys out there, so next heat we'll do better.